matchup during Bedlam?
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé. When it comes to building from the back, I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes, where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game. But I really have been surprised at how good a ball carrier he is.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Moved on forwards. Lookman. The pressing's intense, and it's played off. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Climbs up big! Did well to pick him out with the cross, but the finish wasn't to be.
In this game, you're always striving to gain an advantage or produce a little surprise element to things, and the quicker the delivery, I think, the more chance you have, and I should have done better there.
Pau Kubasi forwards and with intent. Llorente. And it's Griezmann. And here's Griezmann. Chance, surely! Balde shifted upfield. And here's Rafinha. Rafinha. Nice control. Succumbs to the pressure. Molina defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. And it's Balde. And here's Rafinha. And here's Lopez. Oh, that's a fine challenge. All Black getting this one clear. Koke. Llorente. Calmly anticipates. Fermin. Lopez.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
That's really well manoeuvred. Griezmann played out towards the right wing. Molina. Eric Garcia gets over and intercepts. Rafinha running with the ball. Fermin, that's a delicate pass. That's really well cleared. It's a mighty effort! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Muscular approach does pay off here.
Alvarez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's De Jong. Now then, the ball's come loose. Simeone. Now, what about a counter-attack? Now it's Alvarez. And it's played forward. It's taken out. That'll be a foul. It's not taken him long. That's going to be a booking. The assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Koundé, Eric Garcia. De Jong, played over towards the opposite flank. Balde. Pedri. Ferran Torres. Rafinha. That has found him in acres of space. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Oh, this is a great position. De Jong wins the duel this time. Rafinha. And it's Balde. Rafinha. This looks promising. Ferran Torres. He's having a shot! It's off target and by quite a way.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Lookman! That's good play. That has been knocked clear. And reclaimed it in a trice. Llorente. And here's Griezmann. It's Griezmann! A real chance and a real let-off.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Things have been frenetic in the early part of this game. A lot of action high up the pitch. It's a fine run and he's happy to keep going. Delivered across. Oh, smashing header! Denied by an instinctive save.
Simeone is offering a wry smile there.
Koke plays it short. And it's hoisted clear. Rafinha.
Well, I'm starting to see much more movement off the ball now, Peter, which is obviously a big plus.
And surely more options then for the man on the ball.
Well, you would think so, and I think also we're going to see them just wear their opposition down and force mistakes. They can be quite relentless.
Llorente, gently done. Rafinha. De Jong. Aim forwards. And here's Yamal. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
De Jong. Koundé. Barcelona keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Pedri. De Jong. Oh, good spread. And it's Lopez. And here's Ferran Torres. Valde puts a cross in. Maybe goalless, but it is not without interest.
I actually think both teams are playing okay here. We've had some good attempts, although they've mounted to nothing so far.
Llorente. Griezmann. Played out wide. Koke. It's a loose ball. Gets it away. Simeone. Molina. Koke. That's very neat. Plenty waiting in the middle. He's in here! Ferran Torres
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Chance here to counter. Rafinha. That has been cut short. Koke. Yamal. And it's Lopez. Koundé. Eric Garcia. Balde. Simeone cuts out the pass. Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Lookman. That is lovely. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. There are a few waiting for it. Hit into the middle. Eric Garcia clears it away. De Jong. Out to the left it goes. Vermin. Here's Ferran Torres. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And it's Balde. De Jong played out to the left flank. Yamal moved on forwards. Lookman. And a play for a throw. Llorente. De Jong. And here's Ferran Torres. Defending of the desperate variety. And here's the chance to counter. And it cuts out the supply. And that is as far as they're going to go. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Long time, excellent interception. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Alvarez. So, what can they make of this? Simeone. Oh, that's nice. Looking for a decent ball in. Koke. And here's Griezmann. Great defending, strong. Griezmann! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Eric Garcia attempts a clearance, and it's played forward. Fermi spread out to the left. Rafinha, cross goes in there.
They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Well read, nice interception. Ooh, delicate chip through. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And they've got rid. Fermin did well to step in there, that was more than necessary. Koke does really well to win the ball there. Simeone. Now it's Griezmann. Now it's Alvarez. Alvarez. Proves too strong. Ferran Torres. Rafinha. Balde. Rafinha looks to the other side. Yamal tries making a foray down the right. Lopez. Simeone. Lookman. Can he spark a counter here? Alvarez. Llorente forwards and with intent. Yamal. Played towards the other side. Rafinha. Balde. Can he latch on to this? Rafinha. Llorente. Looking to break at pace. Very nearly half an hour gone here. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Rafinha chasing after it. Lookman. He can run onto that. Lookman. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Llorente makes the interception. Lookman. defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Balde, Rafinha, and that is out of play. And that's a throw-in. And it's Lopez. Lopez. He has a look up. That's surely a foul. Free kick. Going to be a booking. Players protesting furiously, but there's little or no sympathy from the ref. Glorious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Barcelona are in front. Oh, that is a bit special. So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Molina, driven forward. The message is clear, none shall pass. Fermin. Pedri. That's really well manoeuvred. Ball's gone out of play. Balde. Eric Garcia. De Jong. Moved on forwards. Yamal is onto it enough. That's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. Rafinha has overhit that horribly. Koke. Aim forwards. Alvarez looks to get on the end of this. Fermin. Koundé, gently done. Fermin. Eric Garcia. Played out to the right. Now that's well seen too. Fermin. And here's Ferran Torres. Now it's Rafinha. And it's Lopez. And here's Ferran Torres! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Well, that looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Lookman. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? It's Griezmann! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low. Lookman. And it's Llorente. Fermin. Pedri. And here's Lopez. Yamal. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And it's played forward. Eric Garcia cuts it out. Yamal. Now it's Rafinha. Valde. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, that's neat. A chance to play it in. Rafinha, lovely bit of skill. Koke. Lofted upfield. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Koundé. And it's Griezmann. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rafinha goes on a charge down the left. Valde. Pedri. And here's Ferran Torres. Yamal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. Lookman. Who's he going to play in? And it's Llorente. Llorente done delicately. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Koundé. Out to the left it goes. That has been cut short. Llorente. Griezmann. Over to the left. Kubasi. Yamal. Koundé. De Jong. Koundé. And he goes cross-field. Now it's Rafinha. Valde. And here's Rafinha. Rafinha. And that's aimed into the middle.
I think those reactions say it all. He didn't wait for the support and the chance.
Goes for goal! Oh, that's a waste.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Koke. Lookman. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Right from the top draw. They are right back in business.
That was beautiful. Something close to genius. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Balde. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Yamal. De Jong. Now it's Yamal. Yamal's cross. Pedri. And here's Yamal. And there is the half-time whistle. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Well, for us neutrals, this is fantastic. If you're a fan from either side, it's unpleasant. And as for the managers, check your heart rate.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. Balde. Now it's Rafinha. Balde. Time to deliver. Firmly met. And here's Ferran Torres. He's in, surely! Cleared away. De Jong have it back and can go again. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's through, now is he in? Lookman. Rafinha. Fermin. Yamal. De Jong. De Jong. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Griezmann. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Balde. And he's there to clear it. Fermin. Big chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Lamine Yamal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Rafinha with the short one. And it's Balde. And here's Yamal. He has found the way through. Cleared without complication. Koundé, and played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Fermin. Picks it up out wide. De Jong. Koundé. De Jong. Pedri. De Jong. That's an excellent interception. Koke. Griezmann. Oh, there's a probing ball. Koke. Out to the right. Showing good feet. Can he deliver? Oh, that's well done, really robust. Balde did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Cross from Rafinha. And he's heaved it away. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Molina. Koke. Llorente. Koke. Griezmann. Lookman. So who's he picking out? Brilliantly cut out.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
And here's Ferran Torres. Very nicely done. And it's Pedri. Pedri, gently done. Koundé. De Jong. Yamal. Yamal chooses to go cross-field. Rafinha puts a cross in. That has been knocked clear. Alvarez. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That's been drilled forward. De Jong. Kubasi. Koundé looks to the other side. Balde. Pedri. Koundé forwards and with intent. Oh, easy pickings there. Molina. It's a lovely, neat pass. Eric Garcia makes the interception. De Jong. Calmly anticipates. Balde. Pedri. De Jong. Cuts out the pass. Koke. Simeone. Molina. Ball is over the line. Balde. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi has played it long. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And here's Ferran Torres. Out towards the flank. Rafinha. And here's Ferran Torres. Ferran Torres! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Tries to get it clear. Moved on forwards. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Quality ball. Alvarez looks to get on the end of this. Pedri gets a good foot in there. And they can counter here. Alvarez played out towards the right wing. Alvarez opts to play it back. Lookman. Defending of the desperate variety. And claimed it back swiftly. And here's Alvarez. Llorente. Oh, that's a nice ball. It is a corner. And the keeper beats it away. Simeone, great challenge, time to perfection. And now the breakaway. Oh, super find. Now it's Yamal. It's a great ball. Oh, and one more try. Goal, Barcelona! And they've got their lead back. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Barcelona go into the lead. Llorente. And it's Griezmann. Nice physical challenge. Kubasi. Koundé played over towards the opposite flank. Balde. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, it's come loose. Fermin. Rafinha. De Jong played out to the left flank. Pedri. De Jong. And here's Rafinha. Pedri. And here's Rafinha. Balde, now the ball in. They've played it short. And it's Koundé. Could move up a gear here. Molina, and it's played forward. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Nice looking ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Rafinha played with finesse. Lopez. Now it's Ferran Torres. Rafinha. Now this could be a Ferran Torres! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Up he goes! Just off target.
Ferran Torres is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Lookman, Llorente shifted upfield. Rafinha, De Jong, Koundé, De Jong, Koundé, De Jong, Kubasi. Spread out to the left. Now that's well seen too. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Aim forwards. Llorente forwards and with intent. Kubasi. Pau Kubasi shifted upfield. And he cuts out the supply. Yamal is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Looking to go deep.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Llorente. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pedri. Eric Garcia, gently done. Well timed, excellent interception. Molina. Simeone. Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Alvarez is onto it in a flash. Eric Garcia. That's really well manoeuvred. Molina gets over and intercepts. Simeone. Koke. And here's Alvarez. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Moved on forwards. Well read, nice interception. Griezmann. He'll try to keep this alive. Good play on the left-hand side here. He is through here. Ditch defending, but and a chance! And that's straight down the keeper's throat.
Well, he was always going to be set like that, the keeper, and he didn't have the composure to avoid it.
And it's Molina. Great defending, strong and determined. Kubasi. Eric Garcia, and he goes cross-field. Lookman wins the duel this time. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Simeone. Molina puts them all in. Keeper has taken this. Oh, shooting chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Ferran Torres.
Barcelona surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And it's played forward. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. De Jong. And it's Lopez. And here's Ferran Torres. Yamal. Oh, that's well done, really robust. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Fermin. De Jong. Koundé. Lookman cuts it out.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Alvarez! Rafinha looking understandably energised after his goal. De Jong. Simeone gets across to intercept that. Simeone hurtling down that right flank. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Rafinha. Fermin.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Eric Garcia concedes a free kick for that. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Pedri attempts a clearance. Kubasi. That's really well manoeuvred. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
And it's Koke. Griezmann knocks it out wide. Will play through for the wide man. And he's pulled him up for that challenge. And some players have clearly taken issue here, and things are threatening to boil over. Eric Garcia with the clearance. Simeone. And that has been clubbed away. Oh, just too much on that.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Molina. Llorente. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And here's Ferran Torres. He's away. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And he has shown him a yellow card. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Rafinha. Cross from Rafinha. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up.
Barcelona nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Llorente.
Time is ticking away, and they're playing as if they're defending a lead. They've got to get it up the pitch.
Kubasi. Koundé. Kubasi. Rafinha chasing after it. Rafinha. And here's Lopez. Can he finish?
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Lookman. Out to the left it goes. It's a clearance, but not much of one.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Moved on forwards. Fermin. Yamal. Now he's wondering who wants it.
Vermeer.
De Jong. Cuts out the pass.
Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
De Jong.
Vermeer.
Muscular approach does pay off here. And the counter is on. We get a throw in. Great defending, strong and determined. And it's De Jong. De Jong.
Well, we expected better, and so did he. Kubasi.
Al Kubasi shifted upfield. Ferran Torres.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Lookman. Griezmann. Llorente. And here's Alvarez. Gets himself into trouble and he's lost it. Balde. Pedri. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Now it's Rafinha. Balde. Eric Garcia. Rafinha is onto it in a flash. Now that's well seen too. Koke. Do have a chance to counter here. And here's Alvarez. It's Griezmann! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Griezmann actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And that will be the final act. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven, and whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if you're not living up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win. And I think everything was just a letdown because of that.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.